I know how to cut now, so I think. Oh, I don't know how to cut that. All right, start it over. I want it to be good. I don't know how to do that. Hey there. Jumping in here for another update. I know I promised one yesterday, but after the whole day was over with, I was just too tired to make the video. So, how did it go when I visited Dr. Chen for my second post-op visit, which was yesterday, obviously? It was to see if he could take out the suprapubic catheter, and so I went in, and actually he had his assistant bring me in, and he was a guy, and he brought me in, took my vitals, and asked me some questions and stuff, and I was rattled because the Uber driver ride over was just, he was crazy. It was just like, and not just because the streets are up and down and windy, but he was just a rough driver, you know, with the pedal and the brake. So I was kind of rattled by that. I was kind of in pain, you know, in the nether regions because of that. But that was the only reason why I was in pain. I think I was doing pretty good otherwise. And so I told Dr. Chen about that. He says, okay, well, why don't we take a look? And he's like, I think we're going to take that catheter out. And so he says, why don't you just take your pants off? And so the guy was there, and he was there. My wife was there. My wife says, why don't you take your shirt off, too, so we can have, you know, better access to where the catheter thing was. So there I was in all my glory, just laying there, and yes, I kept my shoes on. So I was naked, laying in front of everybody and chit-chatting while he was talking about the stuff. He said, everything looks good. He's not surprised that the urine starts off going to the left because of the swelling. And so what it does, it goes to the left, and then as I'm going, it actually straightens itself out. So he says eventually that will go away once the swelling's gone. We talked about the post-drip. He says it's normal. It happens to all men, cisgender, trans, whatever. It's a normal thing. So you just kind of have to milk the phallus and push the scrotum area a little bit, and that will release the extra urine. Luckily, I do think I will be able to clear my fly once I'm able to like hold the phallus. I can actually pull it through my boxers, you know, right now, but I want to be gentle with it, so there's not a lot of pulling going on, not right now. I can't, I have to wait 6 to 8 weeks before I can even submerge in water. I miss my swimming. But anyway, back to the catheter thing. So what he does is, I guess they put a stitch in there where it's inserted into your bladder and to hold it in. And he looked, he's like, oh, I guess the stitch dissolved. And so, because my body tends to, when something foreign's in there, tends to eat it up fast. And I've realized that with other surgeries that I've had. So anyway, it was gone. So the thing that actually hurt most was him pulling it because it had scabbed over my body. You know, my body made a scab there, and so when he pulled it, that kind of ripped up a little bit. But coming out, I didn't even feel it. It was worse getting the drains out after top surgery. I mean, that felt like, you know, the biggest snake, you know, coming out, you know, of your chest. It was weird, but the suprapubic catheter really didn't hurt at all to come out. What was interesting though is I didn't realize this, but there was a balloon of water in my bladder, and I don't know why. I guess to hold it open. I don't know why, but anyway, he's like, okay, what you're seeing now is he popped the balloon, and all this water started coming out of the hole in my bladder stomach area, and he explained what that was, and then he kept patting it, and I'm like, well, what's that? He's like, well, that's urine. So the urine was coming out of my tummy bladder area. whatever residual urine. He had to go to the bathroom first, but anyway, so it was an interesting experience. But he was. I said, when can I go home? He's like, well, why don't you just wait? Like, you can go home now, really, but feel better if you wait a couple days, just to make sure nothing gets infected or inflamed or anything like that. So we're actually going to leave a week earlier than planned. We're going to stay here for a few more days. And we're going to leave Wednesday. It's Friday right now. So that's the update. I hope I covered everything. I don't know what else to say. I think that's it. I'm for limitations on what I can do. He says I can do anything with arms and upper body, as long as I can isolate the muscles and try not to use my abs too much. I can use them a little bit, but not to put any kind of pressure down on the below area. You don't want to mess that up. So, and then as far as cardiovascular, it's just walking, and that's fine with me. And he's like, walk as much as you want, and just listen to your body. When your body will tell you when it wants to stop. This is what I want to talk about too, is what that feels like down there right now. It feels like the worst sunburn you've ever had in between your legs, if that makes any sense. And so walking, it makes you want to walk like a cowboy after he's ridden a horse or something like that. That's the most painful part. Like I said, the vaginectomy site, but that's I don't think that's the site that hurts right now. I think it's just the overall healing and feeling coming back, and you get little sharp little zings here and there, but other than that, icing. We're still icing, and I'm not doing too much at all. So, all right, that's enough of me rambling on. We're over 7 minutes, so okay. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.